Hi, this is Liu, and here is my personal report about why would Western peoples more likely misunderstanding other civilization. So, why? Have you ever saw that? No? Yes? Doesn't matter. To begin our topic, I think I should use a source as a start. So today's source is Butterfly. This is a very old place. I hope you have ever saw it. If not, you should go saw it. But since I believe some people never saw it, I will go explain it right now. It is talking about a French man named Gallimard fall in love with Chinese woman, which actually is not a woman, and who never fall in love with Gallimard at all. But Gallimard did not know. He believed that women fall in love with him and even could suicide for himself. But in fact, at the end he found out that is not the truth. The woman he loved is not a woman, is a man for sure. Also, he or she, on the other hand, had never fallen in love with him. So at the end, he cannot handle the fact finally and suicides himself in the prison. So how could Gallimard going wrong this far? That is all because another place called Mandarin Butterfly. In that place, the writer show another story that and Japan's women who fall in love with a West peoples and been betrayed by the West peoples, then suicides himself because she cannot handle it. So in the end butterfly, the Gallimard think the Chinese woman he loved is a butterfly for himself. But in fact, he was wrong. There is no butterfly for himself. And he is the person who really fall in love. And he is the person who really suicides. So this is all because the misleading about mental butterfly to make our character Gallimard been falling in a fixed love. He just imagined that one. So back to our topic. Why would West peoples more likely misunderstanding other civilizations? By reading last source, we find out that one of the reasons is the misleading of literature. So why? Why would that exist? The literature could misleading people. There have two reasons. First, imagination is much easier than finding the truth. Believe it or not, most writers more like imagination, a fixed background, than really go to a civilizations and to actually looking their civilization and write it in background. Because it's so hard and taking so much time. So they decide just imagination. Much easier, much faster, and maybe more interesting. So the second reason is the truth is not always that interesting. But imagination, you don't need to worry about. You can just imagination anyway. And it will be very interesting because it's not the truth. It's just something you imagination. So how could that exist? I mean, How could a literature just basic on imagination and no fact and just writing that way? Because it's interesting. And also, there was a lot of those things exist because the right of free speech. So go furthermore. Let right of free speech give writer more chance to write imagination story. But sometimes people do not cannot identify are the things they are based on imagination or based on fact. That's creating a lot of problems. First, people could follow the imagination part and get in trouble, just like mental butterflies make Gallimard, who is the character in M Butterflies, misunderstanding about Asia culture, and finally become get imprisoned and even suicide for himself. So that is the past. What about now? What about today? What about the day we living right now? Believe it or not, the situation didn't change any better, but just going worse. First, because internet. Then some people will say the internet is full of information, so people could find their information anyway. It's a good sense. How could that make us misunderstanding other civilization? So the reason is it's full of too much information, and people become tired to identify which part is the truth, which part is a fact. As before, people are not able because the literature is the only thing they can read. And today, they just got too much information that cannot able to identify those source once again. So internet bring too much information. Why? Because once again, because the rights of free speech. We all know the right of free speech is good. Allow people to say anything they want. But on the other hand, let give people more chance to talking about something they're not sure and something they only imaginations, just like before. But the difference is today there have more information than the before. So that only change the situation become worse than before. People are full of the information, and that make people lose the ability to identify different information. In fact, people become just like to read the information they need and believe the information they believe. So how could that be fixed? I don't know. I don't know how this situation could change because the reason why would West people more like misunderstanding other civilization is because the free of the free speech, which is the basic idea for the West uh, culture. So I think the misunderstanding will continue to exist not only today but also at the future because the reason cause that situation is from the basic ideas of the West culture. So believe it or not, I think the misunderstanding of other civilization will continue from before to today and to the future. Thank you for your listening. This is the report by Liu about why would Western peoples more likely misunderstanding other civilizations. Good night and hopefully to see you once again.